Are you ready? You ready, Jason? Dude, I'll have one of my kids come in here and replace you. Hey guys, welcome back to their vlog. Ryan Wilson here from Predator Inc. Thanks for watching as always. So today I am standing in front of our new shop truck. And when I say ours, I really mean mine. I had to put it into my name so that Sanderson couldn't get his hands on it and sell it out from underneath me, kind of like what he did on the last truck. And this one's pretty cool. So we're gonna build this thing up as a complete Predator overland truck, and it's gonna be towing our new overland trailer as well. Pretty amazing truck. We're gonna take it all over the country, into Mexico, surf trips down to Baja, down the coastline, then up to Canada, all over the place. So we'll vlog all about that. This thing's gonna be going under the knife today, and we're gonna start ripping into this thing. Got the interior. We're gonna do 6-passenger seating, stretch seating, and there's a lot of other stuff that we're gonna be building out on this truck, so stay tuned for the rest of it. Looking at this truck, it's a little rough. It came out of Alaska, and surprisingly, it doesn't have a lot of rust on it. It has a couple minor dings and scratches and so forth. All superficial stuff. It's really easy to fix. However, the roof rack, they did some really shoddy wiring on it. Don't drop holes for every single light like they did here. We're gonna fix all that, and as you can guess, new paint job for it. A ton of exterior parts and the Duramax conversion. Trailer weighs in at roughly 7,500 pounds, which is about max for the towing capacity out of the 6.5 turbo diesel. Get a lot better fuel economy, and then we're gonna do tow haul and tap shift on there. So the tow haul mode is gonna do a lot of benefit when you're towing heavier loads. And really, it's 7,500 pounds isn't a huge load, but it's gonna make drivability out of this truck going through the Rockies, down some heavy inclines, all over the place. It's gonna make a big difference. So we're gonna put that in there as well. A ton of stuff coming up, so stay tuned. We're gonna start cutting into this thing today. So let's get into it. Like, tires are shot on it, just massive cracks on there, a lot of tread left, but they're toast. Paint failure here and there, little bits, but overall it's a straight body. Josh cracked the seal on it this morning, started in at like 6:30 in the morning, ripping and tearing. So the interior's pulled out, the interior panels look really good shape overall, kind of as I expected for 27,000 miles. Yeah. Got the roof rack off. Check this guy out. So instead of like just unbolting the roof rack and pulling it off, some of the bolts were rusted. I think you had some problems with that, right? So
yeah, that's right. Almost all the hardware on here was rusted, so it would have been a nightmare to try and unbolt it, and really no point in saving it because there's a lot of damage to the roof rack just because of the conditions it was in. Which is a little surprising because, like Ryan mentioned, the truck's in great condition, roof rack not so much, so I went ahead and saved some time. I cut it into a few pieces.
It's a good way to go. Yeah. Probably easier than unbolting the thing.
Way easier.
So I want to bring you over on the side of the truck and kind of discuss what Josh was talking about with the stretch seating. So what we're doing here is we're taking this whole bulkhead out and moving it back about 7 inches. And what that does is it gives you a tremendous amount more room on the inside of the truck here, especially in the back seat, because if you've sat in the back seat before, it's that front seat in front of you is really tight on your knee, especially for grown adults, and then like extra large grown adults over here, it's even that much tighter. I mean, do your knees hit the front seat? Probably do, don't they?
I don't even know if I could sit in those seats.
No. But in the stretch seating, he can, because he's literally going from here out to here. He's getting an extra 7 inches. But what we're gonna do on this one is a little bit more work, actually quite a bit more work, and gain another inch. So why don't you show them where we're getting that extra inch out of it.
Yeah, so that's right. On the first truck we did it, we went ahead went with 7 inches just because this was the first time this has ever been done. We wanted to see what we were working with, what the final result would be, and how it all fit together. After doing that first truck, we should be able to get another inch out of it and bring the back panel where the back of the seat leans up all the way out to this inside edge of the fender to get that 1 more inch, just to get a little bit more legroom. Now, I did sit in the previous truck we did that with, and like Ryan mentioned, it makes a world of difference. It's honestly a must-have modification. If you've got any older children or any family members or friends that sit in the back of your truck, they'd really thank you.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, especially with the 6-passenger seating. So if you are doing the 6-passenger seating over here, it not only gives the other passengers a lot more legroom, but it also gives the passengers in the center of the truck a lot of access. So their ingress, egress through here is literally like this wide. So you can have the front edge of the seat is about here. So you can almost walk straight through. So take a look at one of the other vlogs. I think it was the exoskeleton, one of those, where I actually walked straight through the truck. A big difference in just getting in and out of the truck. A lot of access that should have been there, just wasn't there from the manufacturer. And I can see why it would have taken a lot of extra labor hours to manufacture that whole compartment that drops down. And actually, as you can see right here, these are the panels that Josh is going to be using here. So we manufacture all this stuff in-house, bend it all up, CNC cut it out. And then this is like the basis of the whole 6-passenger seating. And then we have another kit that's for the stretch seating as well. Yep. So a lot of components going in there, a lot of material that's being removed, and a lot more usability out of the truck.
Absolutely.
Then Josh can go cruising with us and off-roading.
Exactly. I'd probably take my own truck though, so.
You can't take your own truck.
But somebody's got to pull you out.
Toyotas aren't allowed to go with us.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to pull you
You
out,
got a little Tacoma. Oh no, it was a pre-Tacoma. It wasn't even a Tacoma,
well,
right?
Well, that was the old truck. Now it's a 3rd-gen 4Runner. I got bored of the last one.
So we're inside the truck. We wanted to show you kind of a truck, a really good example of a truck that looks amazing on the outside. A couple little blemishes here and there. Obviously, we knew it really wasn't 100% because it had some electrical weird telltale signs that whoever installed the lights really didn't know what they're doing at all, just by drilling holes through the roof. But what we found here when we ripped out this interior, first off, is this massive rat's nest of wiring. I mean, look at this. This is nuts. This has got to be like a mile, 2 miles of wiring. On top of that, like all these connectors, like why? Why don't you just cut it out, solder the wires together? Then you have, oh, look at that. You've got exposed wires.
Oh.
But did you see this one?
Oh, that's nice.
They did a common ground with ring terminals and bolted it together. So right here is a friggin' bolt. There's really, really shoddy craftsmanship that is indicative of a stereo shop. And the other thing too, the other telltale sign of a stereo shop doing this work in here is all this wiring that goes up here to the lights. The electrical wiring is just kind of wound up. What they do is they put it on a drill gun and spin it up. That's what a lot of stereo shops do. And you can see it's just a maze of wiring up on the roof. It's just going all over the place. What happens if you blow the fuse, dude? Which fuse is it?
That's a great one. First, you got to untangle it all.
Dude, look at, there's got to be like...
Looks like 8 cheap Amazon light bar wiring harnesses all knotted together.
And then they're like, oh, look at this. You see, you got power wire. They're just kind of like wide off, and then they just go to like, you know, terminals that are exposed. Yeah, this is scary shit. Yeah, this is really bad. There's a little bus bar here, and it's fully exposed with power wires going to it. Yeah, this is what catches trucks on fire. So, truck looked good on the inside, really clean on the inside, but again, the telltale sign is that there are some issues with it because we could see the wiring was going through the roof, and that's your first sign, and then coming into this is just a nightmare.
So a few other little odd things about the truck. We've got these little body filler plugs right here because there were holes in the roof. This was a government issued vehicle, so we think these might have been to bolt down some kind of light bar. But when the aftermarket light bars were installed, rather than using the pre-existing holes in the roof, they went ahead and drilled their own holes, one there, and there's a few going along each side of the truck. So it just shows the poor craftsmanship and poor oversight that went into this truck. All right, now after seeing this, there's one other thing I'd like to show you guys right up next to the batteries. I think this one might blow your mind a little bit. I wanted to show you guys these super high quality quick disconnect plugs that may have been picked up from Home Depot or Lowe's. We got these little extension cords that you might see around the house or on a job site if you're trying to run power tools. The only thing that does make sense is this battery tender, which makes up one of the 5 plugs. Where the other 4 go, I have no idea, but just to show a little bit more of the real high quality craftsmanship that went into this truck. Very entertaining, really.
We are in the process of stripping this down. So wanted to give you an update on where we're at right now. Josh ripped off the front and rear bumpers. The interior is gutted. It's pretty much ready to go to the next stage, which is full teardown. Now, months back, we decided we're gonna build a shop truck and bring the YouTube viewers into the shop build. And so we were talking about all kinds of different ideas at the time, and Paul mentioned, hey, why don't we bring in the viewers and get suggestions from them on what to do? So here's your chance to help us build a truck. This thing's gonna be pulling the Black Series HQ21 behind us, and we're gonna be doing a tremendous amount of driving across the country, probably a good 30,000 miles a year, maybe more, we'll see.
As you guys can see, a ton of episodes with this vehicle, so definitely pick it. Pick the right color that you want. Let us know what you want to do so we have this thing dialed in moving forward.
Yeah, so there's 3 items that are a must on my list, and as well as Paul's, and that's the Duramax conversion.
Of course.
That's going to give us the range, the fuel economy out of it, and also the power to tow this thing comfortably. Now, in this setup, we were talking about numbers today. The stock truck pulls at 7,600 pounds, no problem. We're going to be right at that edge with the trailer, so we'd be technically okay. Might as well triple the horsepower and torque out of this thing so it's drivable.
The classifications that they put on the tow was around 9,600 pounds. So we're gonna be plenty fine towing the HQ21 behind this one.
Especially with the Allison 6-speed transmission, that's a huge upgrade over the Alpha's 5-speed transmission.
True.
So that's gonna translate to better fuel economy and just better drivability too. RPM's gonna be lower, it's gonna be a little bit quieter on the inside of the truck.
Let it stretch its legs a little bit so it gets this thing going. Because we're gonna be, you're gonna be plugging through Texas quite a bit, going out to all the different areas, those longer states, get that thing longer highway pulls.
Yeah.
I know you plan on going all the way over to Florida, see Hyde out there. So that'll be, you got some miles to go. 5-speed would be killing you on that one.
And then, DDE wanted us to go up there and visit them up in Canada. So I don't know, we're gonna be all over the place with this thing. We talked about this earlier, go over it again. This little bulkhead here moves all the way back, and the seat sits right here. You can literally walk right through without a problem. It's, it's a must-have on these trucks. The rest of it is up in the air as far as seats go, color combinations. I think that's probably one of the best, visual parts that we can talk about right now, which is color combo. And as you can see behind us, the trailer is kind of a 2-tone color combo. So I definitely want to keep that 2-tone finish because I don't want to paint that the black bottom. I think it looks pretty cool.
Diamond plate,
But we can easily match the truck to the top half of the trailer.
Choosing that color scheme, that's definitely where we're going to take your guys' input in consideration, try and make the great package with obviously the HQ following close behind in tow.
So I guess first and foremost, what color would you choose? My preference is I'm thinking like a Nardo gray. Maybe a graphite color, something like that. I think that'd set it off with the black bottom trailer, the black rims down there.
There you go.
Get rid of those red bars over here. Actually replace it with something that's really strong and stout.
I want to see something that's timeless. This is going to be in the family, in the Predator family for a long time. You're going to be running this thing all over the place. You don't want to go with that, the cool now type of color, where we want to have this thing so years from now, it's still look at it and you look back and you go, wow, we built something with your input, something that's going to be, everyone would be proud to drive around.
Definitely.
You've got one right here that's a good look. I think it's a little darker than what I would say we'd go with, but still pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, check out this color, guys. I don't know if you can pick that up, Jason. It's almost like a satin. Is there metallic in here? There's a little bit of metallic, satin metallic.
It's a nice looking color.
Yeah.
I've been test driving that last few days and getting a lot of good compliments on it, and people just loving the look.
Oh, we got 2 new rim styles coming out too.
That too.
So we're doing a factory offset, which is just like this. It's pretty much flush with the corner of the truck. And then we also have our other offset that sticks out another 1.5 inches or so. It just gives it a little bit wider stance. I kind of prefer a little bit wider stance, nothing too far out there, but a little something. But we will have both offsets coming out here shortly with 2 different style rims. So maybe we'll get those out on one of the next episodes. Get some input from you guys. Let us know what you think about that.
Maybe you think we should put those on this truck too. So
D-ring brush guard. We've got a new one in the works.
Yep.
I mean, we'll pull that one out too, get your opinion as far as which one we should go with. We kind of went over everything that we're gonna be doing with the truck, a lot of on-road miles, as well as a lot of off-roading with the truck too. A lot of traveling around the country, in Mexico, up to Canada. And we covered over like the basics as far as Duramax inversion, probably front and rear winch bumpers of some sort. But roof rack. But what are we missing? So throw in some comments.
Don't limit it to what you've seen us do. Sky's the limit. You know, you now have the opportunity to throw some ideas and concepts that maybe you haven't been able to implement with your local shop or yourself. Dream up something. So what's something that, you know, is abstract, you think, hey, it'd be cool if they could take and do this. Now's a chance to put that input in and maybe see it come to fruition, actually see your concept come to a truck. I look forward to this. This is gonna be rad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's really gonna be cool.
Yeah. So over the next couple of months, we'll have this thing on the road and hopefully in time for summertime, doing some cross-country trips. Yeah, so until then, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and give us your feedback. We definitely want to hear from you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.